How to put a big fat wedge between a prospect and their current vendor during a sale. So during a sale, the prospect might already be using someone to provide your service. So for example, maybe they're having an issue and they're currently using someone. You could say something like, okay, so before all of that happened, what did your current vendor warn you about? Like, what did they tell you about this potentially bad situation? And they might come back and say, we were never warned about this situation. You could say, okay, well, what do you believe should have been said to you? And they'll explain to you. Say, do you mind if I ask you a very blunt question? They'll say, yeah. You could say, how much do you really trust your current vendor if this bad thing ended up happening and they didn't warn you about it beforehand? And they might say, that's a good point, like if they should have told me about that. You say, do you mind if I ask you another blunt question? I'll say, go ahead. You could say, okay, why are we having this conversation and you're not having this conversation with your current vendor? So obviously you have to soften the language there, but you get the point. You're just putting a wedge there because there's an issue and they weren't warned about it and they're having this discussion with you. So you can point out these things to the prospect through your line of questioning.